Well, hello there everyone, UXW Bill here with you once again. Got kind of a little video blog thing going on here. Notice anything different about this refrigerator? Oh, I think you probably do if you've ever watched any of my previous videos. That's right, folks. Although this refrigerator still works pretty much perfectly well, apart from a few broken pieces of trim and stuff, we have been working on renovating another house for a period of about a year now. No, it's not the Roach Palace, and it's not where the key keeper lives. It's actually a house we picked up cheap somewhere along the way. And we are taking some of our old appliances over there, or extra appliances that we do not need, so that we can sell that house in a furnished condition. My mother has decided to take advantage of the opportunity and replace our trusty General Electric refrigerator. This was actually given to us back in about the year 2001 or so. It's a 1994 model General Electric. Probably one of the last to use R12 or R22 refrigerant. I'm not 100% sure which one it uses. I want to say R12, but that's probably not quite correct. Anyway, still works perfectly well. So when our new refrigerator is delivered a little bit later, not only will I get footage of that, but we will be taking this one outside, cleaning it up, and then bringing it over to that other house where it can start a new, productive life. It has done well for all the years that it has been here, and this is, of course, where it has spent the majority of its life. This is also, in a random useless bit of trivia, the first refrigerator we ever owned to have an automatic ice maker. And I'll tell you what, those things will spoil the heck out of a guy. I would never want to go back to making ice manually. Now, I know there are people out there who will tell you that a lot of modern appliances are crap, and they're certainly not far wrong in a lot of ways. But for the majority of refrigerators, I think they haven't managed to screw those up too badly, because I bought a new chest freezer a couple years ago, pretty basic model, private label, manufactured by hire. And although it is from China, and I'm sure it was cheaply made, it has held up pretty well over time. So I think a refrigerator is one of those things that you can still buy and expect to get a decent lifetime out of it. Will you get the 20, 30, 40 years, the 21 years that this thing has lasted and is still going? I don't know that you will. But they haven't found a way to screw up too many sealed cooling systems that I'm aware of. With all this stuff having come off of the refrigerator, though, does mean the kitchen is a bit of a mess. Who am I kidding? The kitchen's always a bit of a mess. But you know, people who say that don't realize just how much cooking and preparing and freezing and canning and all that kind of stuff we do in here. This is a busy place. This place can get to be like Grand Central Station at times. So that's where all the stuff from the top of the fridge went. Come on, focus. Where did all the fridge magnets go? Well, this other refrigerator, which we are keeping and not replacing because it belongs to me personally, it looks a lot different than it used to. I wish I'd have thought to have a camcorder running when my mother saw this, because her reaction to it was absolutely hilarious. But for now, all we can do is wait for the delivery truck to get here, and when it does, since we don't have ready access to something like an appliance dolly, we're going to ask those folks to move this outdoors for us, and then we can subsequently load it using a hand truck up on one of our trailers and drive it over to the house in question, get it set up over there. So I'll be back in a flash thanks to the magic of video editing when the new refrigerator has actually arrived. Try to hold the door open. I got it. Yeah. Here it is a little while later, and a lot has transpired. The old refrigerator is now sitting in the bed of my truck, awaiting delivery to the other house. We may even do that yet tonight. I certainly don't want the thing sitting around for any period of time because I don't want anybody to vandalize it or steal it, or heaven forbid some little kids start playing around it and get trapped inside or something like that. So that's what's sitting out here. Meanwhile, if we go inside, my mother has been so excited she's about to give me hives as concerns this thing. This is a Whirlpool refrigerator. It's my understanding that it is assembled in Amana, Iowa. I did not know that Whirlpool apparently controls the Amana Appliances trademark in this day and age. But here's what it looks like inside. Managed to get all of our food loaded up. It does have electronic controls. And if these were as reliable as they ought to be, and there's really no excuse for them not to be in this modern day and age, they would probably outlast the lifetime of 3 of these refrigerators. I guess we'll see. I'm still not a big fan of electronic controls in appliances, because the only set that I've seen that's truly delivered acceptable, if not outstanding performance over the years, is the set that is present in our Kenmore dishwasher. But they're both Whirlpool appliances. This one's just honest about it, where the other one is privately labeled. We've got these shelves with tempered glass. They claim it's spill-proof, which it certainly ought to be because it's very smooth. These shelves do feel kind of cheap and plasticky, I'm not going to lie. So too do the drawers. These things feel just like a CD jewel case to the hand. I think it wouldn't have killed them to put a little bit more in the budget as far as these drawers are concerned, because they really do feel no sturdier than a CD jewel case, which is kind of depressing and disappointing. Here's some information about the refrigerator model and serial number if you want to look up what we got. They claim it's made in the United States, but just like everything else these days, it's made from domestic and globally sourced parts. This is the same sticker that our washing machine has got on it. The lighting is LED based. It seemed like every refrigerator I saw at the big box store, actually it was a Home Depot that we got this thing at, it seemed like they all have LED lighting today, even the bargain basement models that are just down to brass tacks to the greatest possible extent that they can be. The freezer is on the bottom on this particular model, and I've got to tell you, being as I'm the kind of guy who buys a lot of frozen foods and things along those lines and likes to freeze stuff, I would not have a refrigerator with a freezer on the bottom. Luckily I don't have to, because I still have my refrigerator with a freezer on top out in the other room there just past the kitchen. I also think that this freezer's allocation of space is pretty skimpy, to say the least. I did hook up the water line to the ice maker. It's supposed to throw out the first 3 batches of ice that it makes, but I guess it hasn't been getting too busy with the fizzy yet because it hasn't actually produced any ice, and I have not heard the water solenoid click on. This thing definitely does sound different than the General Electric, which had such a nice spin-up sound when its condenser cooling fan came to life. This one sounds a little bit different, and it's going to take some getting used to. I do think there's a bit of a design flaw with the way that this freezer's been laid out, because if you have something slip through the basket, you might have to take these doors and this drawer out in order to get it back. But that is our new Whirlpool refrigerator. I think it looks squattier compared to the other one. My mother says it's bigger. That fan sure is moving a lot of air. Nothing says we need to dust like cobwebs. And we do. This is and always has been a dusty old house. But interestingly, Whirlpool makes the claim in the owner's manual that no periodic maintenance is expected to be performed or required in regards to cleaning the condenser coil unless this thing operates in a very greasy or extraordinarily dusty environment. And then they suggest maintenance every 2 to 3 months. I expect it's like most other appliances that claim to be maintenance-free. It's probably going to need some maintenance and cleaning a couple of years down the road. I'll back up here and try to get all of it in frame, along with my mother, who is very, very excited about her new refrigerator. I mean, she is. Like I said earlier, she's about to give me some kind of hives. And then here's some of the stuff we got with it. This is the owner's manual for the refrigerator. Of course, everybody gets one of those. I got some kind of a promotional product here. Produce preserver. I'd never heard of anything like this. I don't know what this is chemically based on. I suppose it's similar to that stuff you used to be able to buy, maybe you still can, that they called fruit fresh powder. There's a bit of an explanation here. It says that fruits and vegetables naturally give off ethylene gas as they ripen, which I did not know, or if I did know, I've forgotten it. And when they absorb the gas, it makes them over-ripen. So I guess this absorbs ethylene gas. It also irritates your eyes and skin, so I suggest not rubbing this on your eyes or eating it in case you happen to be out of fruit or something like that. I don't know. But that's pretty much the whole story as I know it. We do have a couple of mysteries surrounding this thing, and they'll have to be worked out. At purchase time, they made us get a roll of ice maker tubing and an installation kit. I saw the guy bring it in when he dropped the thing off. Unfortunately, it seems to have escaped, so we'll have to call them up and ask about that. But in the meantime, I thank you for watching this rather extensive and long-running video blog sort of a thing, and encourage you to leave a comment if you happen to have one. You have any comments?
I love my new refrigerator.
Well, let's hope it holds up. I certainly hope that it does.
Now we just need some food to put in it.